Hey man, what's poppin'?
Karen Civil.
David Yellow.
It's your boy Young Greatness.
I am London J.
And it's your boy Wild Fan Lucci.
It's Corinne Stuffins.
Hey man, it's your boy Young Drew.
I'm B.O.B.
Now we with the Durtty Boyz. We sippin' Durtty Boyz.
Durtty Boyz. And this is Durtty Boyz Radio.
This is the Durtty Boyz Show.
Drip your way to DurttyBoyz.com.
Yeah. What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Yes Julz. I'm hanging out with the Durtty Boyz right now. 107.9 in Atlanta. Hot 107.9. It's hot.
Man, Hot 107.9, Atlanta's #1 hip hop station, man.
You know it.
We are at this thing right now, man. Understand
Motto
what's
Mondays.
going
Oh my
on for
God.
Motto Mondays. We have got the beautiful. Announce yourself.
Yes, Julz.
Yes, Julz
Yes,
in the building, man.
Julz.
The vibe specialist.
Oh, I like that.
So like
You guys totally just turned up for the
Yeah,
station
man.
right
Oh,
now.
yeah,
by
I
the
mean,
way.
this
we
is
were very
work
just
time.
like
Calm
chilling,
and chill.
calmly having a conversation, and then all of a sudden the
No,
mic
it's time to
started like,
take off.
hello, what's up, this 107.9?
Take out time.
So look, the people,
I get a
some
line
people that
before I
might
do
not
that.
know what you do, and how did you even start doing what you do? Because some people might look at it as like, yo, she just turned all the time. Like, what do you?
Yeah,
what,
a lot
what-
of people
yeah.
still look at it like that. I'll
What
just
is it?
let them think whatever. I don't know. I started throwing parties in high school.
Okay.
And my first party was like a prom after party. And I was just trying. I really just wanted to, like, I was the kid that played basketball, sang in chorus, was on the dance team, was friends with, like, all the
you were
preppy
cool.
people, all the urban people. So I just did a lot of different, things. And none of my friends were ever in one place at one time.
Right.
I always felt torn, like, man, should I go over here? Should I go over here? I was like, damn, for prom, it's our last night together. You know, like, I really want everyone in one spot. I want all my friends to be with each other. So I got this mansion on the water and just made, I got lucky because my uncle happened to be in real estate. So it's not like I had money or anything, you know. I
Right.
just made these tickets by hand and cut them and sold them at lunch for $10. I made like $2,000. I had 200 people coming. I was like, oh my gosh.
Kind of sound like my party.
This is crazy. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I could just be throwing parties out here. I don't want to be a waitress anymore. Like, screw this, you know? So I started doing that, and clubs took notice of me, and then they started inviting me out to just, like, host a table or whatever when they knew celebrities were going to be in the building. They wanted, like, my energy in the room. And,
Right.
so then I was like, oh, man, I must have something that these clubs don't have. Like,
Talent.
Yeah.
Talent.
Just like
Trust
a,
me,
like
we
a
know.
vibe, you know, at all. Like, they had no vibe. So I was just like, man, whatever I have is valuable. It must be valuable enough for them to pay me for it instead of just keep giving me these free bottles. And
Okay,
letting
one
me
second on
club.
that.
Yeah.
We're going to come right back with Yes Julz in a minute. Y'all make sure I keep it locked.
Please.
Durtty Boyz.
Yes,
Julz.
Number 7 song, man. Hot 107.9, Atlanta's #1 hip hop station. We are
Yeah,
back
yeah.
at it again, man, with Miss Yes Julz in the building right now.
Julz.
You guys just now
Boyz.
tuning in. She was telling her story about she went from, basically in a nutshell, she threw a party for after
High
party,
school
high school prom, rented a mansion. Her uncle
The
did real
SWAT
estate,
team came.
get the money, and then
You were
and
that
then-
turn.
The SWAT team came. That's how crazy it was. I kid you not. There's still
Yeah,
like
you're not kidding.
news. There's got to be news articles about it
I
somewhere.
have to ask you a question. I wonder where you get your energy from, because I had an opportunity got put up on you for a minute. I followed you on Instagram, and then I actually met you in Toronto this past All-Star, and you really are just crunk all 24/7, man.
I don't know,
Where does
man.
the energy come from?
I'm just really like, I just enjoy music. Honestly, I could be so tired. Like right now, I'm so tired. And as soon as like, I'm not going to be able to rest before the party tonight, but as soon as I walk in and I hear like the music and I see the people, it's just a whole other, I just get high, like
You're-
naturally
you
high.
live off of
dope,
energy.
though.
I do. I feed off of people's energy, and I feed off of like exchanging my energy with other people too.
Right.
It's just I really just enjoy entertaining people and being around people and having conversation. I don't know.
What's the most difficult situation being like doing what you do? What's the most difficult situation you come across with an artist?
A couple of different scenarios that we could talk about. I mean, listen,
Give me one. Just give me one.
Just one.
You don't have to even say their name. I don't care if you do. if you
yeah,
want to.
no, I think I think in the beginning it was difficult because male artists obviously are gonna approach any female that they find attractive,
Right.
one type of way. But I think after I established myself and people saw what I was capable of doing for them, creating some noise around their projects, etc. That kind of went out the window, so I don't have that problem as much anymore. But now it's more so just I work more than anybody. I'm the one that's like, yo, you're about to drop a project. What are we doing? Like, how do you want to go about this? Like, let's do this X, Y, Z. And just artists don't move fast enough for me sometimes. And sometimes even like, the management or the label or whatever. And I'm like, I'm trying to get this done. You're dropping this next week. Like, why do I
So I'm
care
gonna get
about this more than you do?
frustrating.
Yeah, and I just have to, I don't know if it's because I'm a girl, I'm just really passionate about what I do, but you just got to remember, this is the number one thing. Don't get emotional when it comes to artists, because artists don't care about anything but themselves and their art, and you just got to go into a situation knowing that. If you don't go into a situation knowing that, you're only setting yourself up to get hurt, because
Right.
at the end of the day, you could be so passionate and like wanting to help somebody, and they just don't care. They just want to do what they want to do.
ATL, we're talking to Miss Yes Julz right now. Please keep it locked. It is Hot 107.9, man. She's giving y'all broke hoes some knowledge too.
Giving y'all the real jewels.
Man, out there promoting parties for bottles. You're broke, bitch. Durtty Boyz, man. Back at it again. Hot 107.9,
Yes.
man.
You know
yes. Speaking of yes, Julz.
Yes,
Check
Julz
it
is
out,
really
man.
good,
We've
man.
had a good conversation with her.
Vibe
just about,
specialist.
Yeah,
Director
about
of
business
vibes.
and just, throwing together good parties and stuff like that too, man. And some of her experiences and things that she's got going on. What's next? What's the next
Level for
step?
you.
Because at this point, you went from the high school parties to, okay, this makes money. I figured that part out, to combining, a mixed crowd in a club.
So I
now
started an
what?
agency because I saw that brands were looking to get involved in parties and be a part of the content that was coming out from these events.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what up, Wiz Khalifa? So I was like, man, instead of me just taking a check from like these agencies that are hiring me to do a tweet here and a post here, I was like, if this brand is spending X amount of dollars to have somebody like me do this post, how much are they spending for the whole year to activate in this market? Like, why isn't that coming to me? And I could just come up with way better tweets, way better ideas for them than whoever's sitting at this desk coming up with this lame shit that they're telling me to write.
Right.
And I could just make them way cooler than, whatever this person is doing. So I started the agency and started working with brands like Sprite, Red Bull, Beats by Dre, Revolt, EA Sports, just all kinds of brands that I really am a fan of. And so that was kind of the next step. And then now I see from just, what I've been able, it's just really connecting dots. Like, oh, this artist needs money for this video. I could connect them with this person. This person's looking for placement and content. So I started doing that. And then, that's kind of how I got wet in the music industry. Like,
Splash.
kind of just, I realized that there weren't a lot of labels that were really connecting those dots and doing those things for the artists. They weren't really marketing the right way. They don't really have a grasp on
Welcome
this
to
whole
our frustration.
world that we're
Welcome to
that
our
we're part of.
frustration.
But we can't really blame them because
Yes,
they
you
didn't
can.
grow up with the iPhone in their hand.
Yes, you can.
You know what
You
they
can blame
could do?
them.
We could blame them. They could hire a young, smart kid and
It's
have
not-
that person.
You know why you can blame them? Let me tell you why. There's a difference between being part of an era and adapting to an era.
Yeah,
Okay?
but some people
And
don't
that-
wanna
Some
adapt.
people
Some
can,
people-
and some
yeah.
So
people
if you
can't.
can't
Some
adapt,
people can't
save,
adapt, yeah.
put a budget aside for somebody who knows.
Right.
And that's what I do. I'm not good on the computer. I hire somebody that's good on the computer. These labels need
And
to
that's
hire
the,
people
and that's
like,
the problem. They don't do that.
yeah, they
So
don't.
like the areas
They're
that I
afraid
feel like
just to say, you know
the
what, I
areas-
don't know.
The areas I feel like people are weak in, they should be like, you know what, this is not my specialty. Let me call Julz. Let me call the Durtty Boyz. Let me call somebody who knows this area and let them handle it because evidently they understand.
Yeah, and I feel like we as a generation are more collaborative in that sense than maybe the people who came before us, and that's why they don't. It's more like me. I need everything, and us, we're kind of like, hey, well, I don't know about you guys, but me, I'm like, oh, you got this and I got this. Let's eat together. Like I'd rather eat with you than by myself. So that's just how I do it, and that's worked out great for me. And I feel like that's why I'm gonna keep winning because,
You've adapted.
yeah.
All you old shits, sit down.
yeah.
All you old shits.
I just want to say thanks for
Stubborn
coming
old
by, though.
shits.
And also thanks for being a smart woman too at that, not just falling into the trap of someone being attractive and coming at you like just
Cause you're
being a
sexy.
girl.
You find that.
Thank
Y'all
you.
go follow Instagram. Y'all be
was
like,
Hey,
that
she
was
wow.
posted
the
this
ass?
picture today.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see your ass. It was
So,
astronomical.
that's another.
was
Hey,
astronomical.
look at you with the puns.
It was an ass phalange.
Usually
I got
like
'em all
women
day.
who are trying to be taken seriously in this industry, they try to stay, and I did this too for a little bit. They try to stay away from like being sexy or whatever, and I'm kind of just like, fuck that, I'm sexy. I work
Right.
hard for my body. I like
Right.
wearing these clothes. I like feeling this
There's
way
nothing
about
wrong with
myself.
being that and being smart. I don't know why
Yeah.
you have to choose.
And it's like people want us to choose, It's
I don't
kind
know
of like
why.
you can't do both.
Why can't
It's
you do
like a
both?
little weird. So we're just trying to switch that view up over here. But
Right.
I think it's just everything in moderation and as long as things are tasteful. So I'm like, hey, if I'm trying on a bathing suit and it looks good on me, I'll post this.
Well,
pic.
keep on doing your
Might
damn
as
thing,
well.
girl, and I'll keep tasting.
Might as well.
But wait, I gotta tell you guys about somebody.
Who?
So
Who,
you
Wiz?
asked me what's the next big thing
What's the
that
next
I'm
big thing?
doing, and her name is Shake. So she's an artist. I just signed my first artist.
Oh,
Okay.
what's up, Shake?
So
lit.
she's from Jersey and she's causing some noise out here. She came out last night at the show at Webster Hall. Well, so this what happened. Yachty had a show and the crowd saw me on the side of the stage and I guess they were like my followers or whatever. So they were like, Julz, and they started saying my name and I was like, oh, what's up? And they were like, is Shake here? Because they know I work with her. So I was like, she's here. And then the crowd started chanting her name. And she came out on the stage, and it's nothing. It's just been me and her. Like, no, she's not, publications written about her. It's just her on my Snapchat. Like, that's it. And they knew all the words to the song. So,
Way to plug your artists.
Hey,
you know.
sometimes the right,
About to Diddy this whole thing.
The right representation for you. You know what I'm saying? It's a dual thing. If you can get represented by the right person and have music that people actually like, you're gonna win.
Very important.
So you gotta make sure you send us some music, man. We
I
got
will.
your back.
Yeah.
Dig that.
Play you some right now.
I'll bring it here.
Got your nights on lock, you're dirty. Everybody